So before I do my hair, since my hair comes down in front, I'm gonna do my neck. So I'm gonna take a piece of clay, roll it into a ball in the palm of my hand again. Kind of look at it, see if it's too big or too small. Looks a little big. Any clay you're not using, remember to keep it in your bag. I'm gonna hold that there for a minute. I didn't get rid of my slab from the first day, so here it is. And I'm gonna kind of put it under my neck. And I'm gonna treat clothes and arms and legs like I'm cutting cookies out of a cookie cutter. So here's my shoulders. I want my shoulders just to come down and over and come down and over. And then I'm just gonna cut that out. I'm gonna save that slab again because nice slabs, you don't wanna have to roll them out if you don't have to. So put it back in the bag. And it's just a rough cut, so we'll kind of see what we got going here. I spend a little time trimming this up. All of your body parts can be made like this, whether it's your torso, your hips, your legs, or your arms. Just treat it like you're cutting out cookies. Cut them a little bigger than you need, and then you can keep trimming just a little bit at a time until you get just the right size and shape. That's not too bad. Now I need to attach my shoulders and my neck. I'm scoring, which is the scratching, and I'm adding the slip, which is with the toothbrush for my neck and for my body, my shoulders. Making sure to get that good and scored and slipped every single time. Scrubbing with the toothbrush one more time and getting that attached really well. Coming in around this edge here. So on my project is kind of a hard edge. You can kind of see the line. So I just want to take this tool and kind of come around. And the pencil works too. If it's not very sharp, a dull pencil will give you that, just kind of that edge, and it'll kind of seal in that background. And that's just added protection to make sure that it doesn't fall off. All I do for clothing is I roll a really skinny coil of clay, super skinny. So if you've done your whole body, like either of these, it all looks like a big smooth mass. And you roll a really skinny coil, scrub where you want the edge of your clothes to be. So if it's a neckline, you're gonna scrub there around your neck just like this. Yeah, this would be the same process if you're doing the sleeves on a shirt, so it's the same idea here. It's the same idea on the bottom of this shirt and the bottom of these pants. Those are just a coil like this. So you can kind of see it's like a neckline like that. But you don't want it to stay like that because you want it to blend, so it actually looks like a layer of clothes. So you're gonna take your little cutting tool, you're going to take that angled part of it, and you're going to flatten down just one side of that coil, not the other side. You're going to leave the other side alone. You're going to flatten down just one side of that coil. And then you end up with a collar, and it looks like you have clothes on now. Okay, so you went from not having clothes on to having clothes on. If you want to make it a little texture on the edge like it's ribbed, just gently tap it, and you can have the ribbed edge of a t-shirt. Okay, so before I do my coffee cup, now it's time to put hair on, which you've all been waiting for. Soft clay is nicer to have, so hopefully in your bag you have some nice soft clay. If not, you haven't been adding enough water. If you got soupy clay, you've been adding too much water. And I actually happen to have a piece cut from the slab on the first day, and I'm just gonna kind of use that. You can kind of see how it's gonna go. So you can kind of see right here how my hair is gonna go. It's gonna braid off to the side. Pieces off the slab. So if you want to cut slabs like that, you can. You can also just roll a coil. That works also. But I can't leave it like that. It would fall right off. So I'm going to score. Now this works for any hair length. So you boys that have short hair, you're just going to make a shorter hair. You're just going to stop it where it needs to stop. It's not going to go all the way around. In fact, this side of my head, where the braid isn't, is going to be more like a guy's hair. Ear kind of shows on this one side. I can do that. So you can kind of see how a boy's hair would be here on the side with it showing. And then I'm going to comb it. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to comb my hair. Comb it. Again, seal it against the back. Just comb my hair. Now, it depends on what everybody's picture is like, what they're going to end up adding. You know, because some of you have done yourself dancing, some of you have want to do yourself skateboarding. You know, you guys won't all be drinking coffee. So I'm going to finish putting my arms up and my coffee cup on. I'm going to do that all in time. All the way done, it's time to do your greenware checklist. And one of the items on your greenware checklist is to clean up all your edges. Make sure you don't have anything that's real pilly looking or real scratchy looking. You want it to look refined and nice. So you'll clean all those up. Next, you're going to want to do the pull test. So kind of pull on your project just gently, and make sure none of the items come off when you gently pull on them. If anything comes off now, it's going to fall apart in the kiln. And then the last thing you do for your greenware checklist is you're going to pick it up by the paper towel, In your non-writing hand, just let it be real gentle. If your hand's not clean, put a paper towel over it. So you're gonna pick it up from this paper towel, real gentle. Just cradle it in that other hand so you can see the back. You're gonna write your name, first and last. You can write it with this stick tool, or you can write it with a pencil. But do not forget to do this step or we won't remember whose is whose. And if you want to, so you remember when you did it, you can put this year on it too. So it should look like that on the back. And it's got pills on that too. We're gonna let this sit a day in our containers. So we're gonna make sure everything's nice and flat. We're gonna let this sit a day in our containers, just like this. We can get them to seal. It's always nicer when they seal. The rim of the lid goes on the inside, and it's not sealing for me. So we're gonna put it like this in our containers overnight, and then tomorrow you can help me put it in the kiln. And then after that, our next step will be coloring, and I'll do that in a separate video.